2-1. Mo Salah, the king of Egypt, was on fire with a brace in the first half. 2 great goals, to be fair. Bit sloppy second half. Kane got one on 70. Really, nervy last 20. Lucky once or twice, but I'll take 2-1 away. It's our first away win of the season. We have a great record against Spurs. I think he's only beaten us once in only 20 games. So Klopp continues as a fantastic record against Spurs. But what a win, guys. Salah obviously was brilliant. Thought Nunez, especially in the first half, was really good. Alisson, brilliant. But I mean, look, who stood out for you guys? We can give ratings. We can do what you want. But Mo Salah, the king of Egypt with the brace, wins it for the Reds. Hit the like, hit the share. Let's get a few people in. But Mo Salah, the king of Egypt. Second half was a disaster, says Coffee Addict. Second half, we just didn't come out second half. I mean, I don't understand. I know Spurs play better second half. In all of the games, they're poor first half, so we're lucky we had that 2-goal cushion at half time. Like, if it would have been only 1-0, you know what I mean? So Salah getting that second just before half time, this mistake from Dyer, another Dyer mistake. But we weren't great second half. I just don't understand it. The drop off, it's been a bit like our season, hasn't it? Bit like our season. We were lucky. Doug from Dugout Football Channel, how are you, Doug? Few is right. Well, I'll take it though. We got a bit of luck. We got a bit of, diabolical defending. Diabolical is right. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Salah, man of the match for me. Elliot Kanate were very good as well. Ali pulled off some saves. Well, Alisson's been doing that for us, at the end of the day. Unbelievable, Alisson was again today. I mean, that's why he's the top one of the best goalkeepers in the world, of course. But look, guys, I'm just happy to get the 3 points. I knew it'd be a tough game. I knew it'd be a tight place. I knew it'd be really, we'd have to be. Our A game was there in the first half, but what happened in the second half? That's the big question. I mean, how can you go from A game first half to C game second half? That just doesn't make sense. Big result for us with results elsewhere today. I mean, United lost 3-1 away to Villa. Chelsea got beaten by Arsenal 1-0. Newcastle, geez, they're on fire. Was it 4-1 in the end? I think Hasenhüttl got sacked from Southampton, I think, today as well. So that was on the cards too. We play Southampton at the weekend. Is it just Liverpool, or is it one of these weird hoodoos that every time a manager gets sacked, their first game is against Liverpool? I think you can look this stat up. I think it's unbelievable in the Premier League in the last few years, where a manager gets sacked and his next game, they get that bounce from a new manager, is at least it's at Anfield, I know, but should be getting 3 points there. But that was a big 3 points for Liverpool today. I know it wasn't a great second half, but I'll take it. It's a win. It's 3 points. With United and Chelsea losing as well, it's even another double whammy. But it just shows you, we had a bit more of that Forest Leeds in us in the second half than we did have the Napoli City in the first half, didn't it? I just don't get it. Klopp won't be happy with that second half performance. Napoli Spurs back-to-back is no joke. Yeah, of course, you're absolutely correct with that. I mean, we've pulled out big performances. That second half, the defending, I mean, I don't know. Haven't read the defending book properly, but still only let one in against Spurs is pretty good. That, Son wasn't there. I was delighted to not see Son there. I think if Son would have been there, it might have been a different story. He got it wrong in the first half, I thought, Conte. I don't know why he was playing like that. It just didn't look right, did he? Liverpool were having it all their way. I know he hit the post through Perisic. He probably should have scored, but Liverpool deservedly went in at half-time with 2-0. 2 great goals. What a touch. What a move for the first goal. The touch from Darwin to lay up Salah, then the finish. Then the ball over the top. Dyer, don't know what he was doing. I think he hit his shoulder, head onto the shoulder. Salah ran onto it. The touch and control that took Salah away from Dyer, and then the little deft touch over the keeper. 2-0. Wow. That would have been, if we would have drew 2-2 today now, that would have been like a loss. That would have been like a loss if we would have drew 2-2 after being 2-0 up at half-time. It really would have been. So just to get over the line, which we did, get over the line, just about got over the line, but I will absolutely take it. I will take it. We got a bit of luck. We probably needed a bit of luck. But Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, first half, second half, I mean, I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. And we generally are a bit better second half as well. We usually do the wrong type of damage in the first half and usually let in goals and stuff, But it's a big win. It's a big 3 points. We only have one more league game. It's Southampton next weekend. And we have a League Cup game on Wednesday against 2 Anfield games left at Derby. I'll be resting players in that. And then just go out and try to get the 3 points against Southampton. That's basically what I've been doing. If you can finish before the World Cup break with those 6 points, I think it would be absolutely huge. Then you come back. Although Villa look good, don't they? We come back against Villa on Boxing Day. Unai Emery, what a win for them today. 3-1. Could have been more, I heard. They were really good. And then Leicester, I think, then in Brentford on the 2nd of January. Maybe someone comes in January. Who knows? Tally ho, Dave. Great first half, but not second half. That was shy. Yeah, but as I'm saying, I just don't get it. I don't get it. The first half, won it for us, basically. The first half, won it for us. Hit the like, hit the share. Let's get the 10 likes. Let's get people in. Instant match reaction. Of course, Liverpool beating Spurs by 2-1. 2 Mo Salah goals to 1. But look, I mean, if someone would have said to me 2-1 started the game, and we Ryder looking second half and all that type of thing, I would have took your bloody arm off. I don't think it was. I know it's worrying. It's worrying going forward. Like, how can you play like that in the first half and then play so badly in the second half? Really, giving Tottenham gifts defending wise and stuff like that. Just total turn off, switch off. So I'd say Klopp is just delighted to get on the coach out of there with 3 points in the back pocket. I mean, he's absolutely delighted. And it's a huge win. I'm absolutely delighted with it myself. It's a huge win. United losing today, which even makes it better, and Chelsea losing as well. I mean, Arsenal, what a great win for Arsenal today. It was a tough 1-0 away. They're the type of wins in a big derby like that win you leagues. They're the 1-0 win that win you league. I mean, City were lucky yesterday. De Bruyne, was it a foul? Did he fall? Did he dive? Injury time penalty, So, and even the keeper nearly saved it at that as well. Beat Saints, bring in Caicedo in January in second half, push for top 4. We've got to play a lot better in the second half of our games though as well, don't we? Yeah, great beating United as well. With LFC, CJ, absolutely. Nunez was brilliant today. Yeah, Nunez is starting to find the little knack with Salah as well, isn't he? He could have had a goal, probably should have had a goal. First half in particular, he was very good holding the ball up, and he laid Salah on, of course, for the all-important first goal. It was a lovely, Salah could just run onto it. Into the corner, half volley into the corner, no chance for the keeper. 2 of Salah's goals were absolutely brilliant. That's why he is the king of Egypt, of course. But two great goals, guys. Who stood out for you? Obviously, Alisson was brilliant. Salah with the 2 goals. Nunez, very good. Midfield again, though, second half. I mean, just not giving that protection to the defence. I thought Kanate was decent today as well. I mean, he's a big fella, isn't he? Big fella, Kanate. Man of the match was Mo Salah, says LFC. Yeah, absolutely. Well, you'd have to give them 2 goals, Especially the first half. I mean, the first half was just a joke. It was too easy. Spurs were never going to play as badly as that. And were we going to play better than that? That was the big question, But to come out there with 2-1 with a really poor show in second half, I will absolutely take it. It's a big 3 points. It is. I thought it might have been a draw today. I think I said 1-1 on the Spurs channel yesterday. I just didn't think we'd have enough to go there and win. I think Conte messed it up. He made a few decisions in the starting lineup, just didn't work. Perisic didn't work with Kane up front. Kane is dangerous as we see him to goal. I mean, he'll always get a goal. I think Son was a big miss for him today. I really do think Son was a huge miss for him today. And I was delighted not to see his name on the team sheet for Spurs, because if he was playing, it would have been a different game. Abu might have defended well, but Salah put the ball in the net twice, says Elliot. Yep, that's what you got to do. But you got to defend as well. I mean, we didn't. It was literally a few type of game, as Doug said. It was a second half. I mean, just luck. Was it luck? Was it drop off? Was it intensity? Did Spurs up their game, or we lowered our game so much that Spurs upped their game, and then you had that big disparity in the middle? I know they're at home and stuff like that. Would you get that goal on 70? You've good 20 left. There's always a chance for 2-2, and if you come back from 2-0 down to 2-2, you're it'd be a big result for you, but it didn't happen in the end. Thank God it didn't. Big up, Dave M. Tarmitzi. How are you, my friend? Hopefully you were well. As I said, we're going to come on here for a nice little chat about Liverpool's 2-0. First away win of the season, guys. Can't believe that. First away win of the season. And we do it against one of the top 6 sides. I mean, we're just so hot and cold. We beat Napoli midweek, one of the best teams in Europe. And we beat Spurs basically in the first half this week. The second half was terrible. But we got away with one. We got away with one today in the second half. And I'll just take it and move on. Take it, move on. Midweek, rest a few players against Derby on Wednesday at Anfield in the League Cup. We are the holders, of course. Rest a few players there. I wouldn't be playing Salah. I wouldn't even be playing Nunez. I'd be giving a lot of young lads, Carvalho, Ramsey, all these guys, Gomez, a game. Rest the boys. And then go full strength Southampton at Anfield next week. Finish it. Get the 3 points in the bag. World Cup, who knows? After the World Cup, what can happen? Who knows? It's going to be crazy. It's going to be absolutely crazy. But as I say, guys, are you happy with it? Who was your man of the match? Mo Salah, the king of Egypt. Just wondering why Liverpool play like this in the first half. I nearly got a heart attack. Love and respect from Liverpool fans from all around the world, from Iraq. Oh, my friend, how are you, my bro? From Iraq. Fair play for popping in. Yeah, look, they do give us heart attacks, don't they? They really do give us heart attacks. I mean, that second half was a heart attack second half, basically. We got away with it. It was. The second half was so poor. But I think the damage was done first half. That goal just before half time, the second goal, Salah's beautiful finish over the oncoming Lloris. I mean, really, a lot for Spurs to do. But they nearly did it. They nearly got the draw. But I will take it. I'll take the 3 points. I'm trying to wipe that second half out of my memory, but I'm sure Klopp won't be happy about it. And it is a bit of a worry. It is a bit of a worry. It has to be a bit of a worry. How you can be so, first half controlling it, really looking good. Then second half, just not switched on, basically. Maybe they thought the game was already won, and I know Klopp wouldn't be happy with that. His staff definitely wouldn't be happy with that type of attitude, saying, the game was won and it was because it was 2-0. But when that goal went in on 70, there was a long, that 20 minutes, 25 minutes, what was left seemed like fucking 2 days. There was a long, long way to go. There was a long, long way to go, and we got over the line. We just about got over the line, guys, and that was a big win. I think in the dressing room, that was a big, big win for the season. It really was. I mean, if we would have drawn 2-2 there, after being 2-0 up and coasting in the first half, that would have been it felt like another loss. It really would have been drop points. I know Spurs could say they did enough second half, but for Liverpool, it would have been a real big, another progression up, a step forward, 2 steps back type of thing. But we got to cut out this. I just don't get this mentality of playing so well and looking good, looking dangerous, getting 2 goals, and then second half, what? Evening, Dave, great win and probably unexpected, but let's hope we do actually kick on from here, because my heart can't take it. No, nothing can take it. I mean, the way they played in the second half, the heart was just ridiculous. I mean, it was Hendo and Jones and subs didn't make a difference at all. Magical win, big Moses Owen for the Cop On podcast. Owen, how are you, my friend? Hopefully you're well. I'm on YouTube, so I can't bring anybody in. This is actually just YouTube. It's not StreamYard. But check out Owen and check out Cop On podcast for top LFC chat. But yeah, as I say, Owen, I mean, who was your man of the match? Who stood out for you? I mean, a little bit worrying, obviously. The first half drop. The first half so brilliant. Second half drop off, which was not so brilliant. Hanging on at times and stuff like that. But I think they're the big wins. They're the big wins. They're the big wins. I mean, you can win a game 4-5-0 and be coasting. You're not tested. They're big wins. The 2-1s, the hang-ons, the away from home. It's a first win away from home in the league, for God's sake. I mean, it's just unbelievable. But Dara Brady, Mo always delivers in the big games. Yes, Dara absolutely does. Mo Salah, the king of Egypt, with a brace today. The Mo with a brace. He loves Spurs as well, doesn't he? He loves scoring against Spurs. I was thinking this game's going to end on a 2-2, like the game Kane got that dive penalty a few seasons back at Anfield, if you remember. I was saying, oh no, here we go. This is going to be another 2-2, and it'll be another regrets, regrets written all over it. But we just hung on. I mean, we hung in, bit of luck, bit of everything. But some of the defending second half, Jesus Christ. We need to back this up against Southampton, who will be dangerous, says Owen. Yes. Well, I think the manager got sacked, if I'm right, after the game. They got hammered 4-1 today. They'll be looking for a restart with a new manager or a caretaker manager or whatever. It is at Anfield. And Owen, I'm sure you like that stat as well. Every time a manager gets sacked, the next team, the team they play, the team that's manager gets sacked, the next team to play is Liverpool. It seems to be always Liverpool. So you've got that, new manager bounce or manager gone bounce to the team, But yes, Klopp of the Alps is going back. Klopp is off to the Alps. He's going back to the Alps. That felt like a 1-0 at Spurs 2 years ago. You're holding on for dear life. Well, I mean, 2-1 away from home. You're holding on, you're holding on with 20 minutes to go. You're holding on for dear life. Then you've injury time. You're holding on for dear life. We held on just about in the end. Obviously, Alisson was brilliant. And Kanate was very good today as well. He stood up today, didn't he? Kanate stood up. I mean, I like Kanate. I mean, he keeps his head on his shoulders. He's going to be, wow. He is going to be colossus. What is he, only 22 or something? 23. Big fella. And that pace helps as well, doesn't it? Really does. But the midfield again, it just went sloppy second half. I mean, it was so good first half. We lotted the ball. We looked dangerous. But second half, guys, Kanate is a beast. Says Dara, he is a beast. He's an absolute beast. But Salah, again, to the rescue. I mean, everybody giving out about him, slagging him. but he's always there, isn't he, in the big games? He's always there. And two great finishes, to be fair. Two good moves. Well, I went the second one, I suppose, was a mistake by Dyer, but you had to run onto it. You had to control it, take it down. Went right in front of him. The keeper came out and he just nonchalantly chipped it over Lloris. 2-0. I was in dreamland then. Absolute dreamland. That was a big cushion going in at half time, but I don't know what we said at half time or whatever, but second half was just terrible. So to win 2-0 first half, to lose 1-0 second half, but you'd take 2-1. You'd have to be taking 2-1. I mean, Spurs, I don't know. They're hot and cold, Spurs, aren't they? I mean, I did a video yesterday saying, who knows, who knows what Spurs team is going to turn up, or even who knows what Liverpool team is going to turn up. Like it did in the first half, brilliant. Second half, shite. Spurs were shite first half, a lot better second half, but I just think it was our drop off. So bad second half made Spurs look good. And when you get a goal, if you're 2-0 down, you get a goal 2-1. It goes 2-1. You're at home. The crowd. It's going to be a tough 20, 25 minutes, isn't it? It's going to be, and it was. But you know what I mean. It's going to be. It's guaranteed. It's going to be. But that was a big 3 points. Now, as I say, in Southampton, the last game, we can beat Southampton, which look. I keep saying we should be beating, but we've done against the lower teams. Fucking hell. But that was a little kick up the arse that second half. Probably good as well for Klopp to give them a kick up the arse and go, what's going on, lads? What is going on? But to ultimately get over the line, I'll absolutely take it all day long. All day long. Man of the match for me was Mo Salah with the brace. I mean, it was just so different. I mean, even first half, Elliott was brilliant. Nunez, brilliant. The midfield were poor and pass, and City or what? The Spurs had 1 or 2 chances. They hit the post. Probably should have scored. They'd only had 1 or 2 other chances in the first half. I mean, Alisson fumbled 1 or 2. Trent pushed. I don't know what Trent was doing. Was that a penalty or not? Why is he pushing him in the box anyway? Why is he even giving the referee or the VAR a decision to make? Pushing him behind. 1 or 2 really, really silly things from Trent in that first half. Even going to 2-0. 1 or 2 silly things. Got a yellow card as well. Just defensively, we know that right hand side. We know what the story is there. But what can we do? Young Ramsey was on the bench. Trent makes many mistakes. Almost gave away a penalty. Every minute Trent is with the ball, he makes me nervous as coffee addict. Yeah, unfortunately, it seems that way. It absolutely seems that way. When he has the ball, even when he has the ball out wide and he has it, and he's only going to hit it back to Alisson, or even simple things. Just clear the bleeding ball up the line. Get rid of it. 1 or 2 other things, even in the first half. Kanate clearing the ball, but clearing it right to their players in 20 yards out of it, instead of hoofing it out for a throw or hoofing it over the halfway line. We couldn't do it. We couldn't get out then. That was the second half all over. We just couldn't get out. I predicted this score as Jan. Wow, fair play, bro. I actually said 1-1, but I will take 2-1. Absolutely take 2-1. I'll take 2-1 all day long. Absolutely. As I say, we weren't great second half, but we were very good first half. But can we play that like the first half for 90 minutes, 90 plus minutes? I don't know. We did it against Bournemouth, you might say. We did it against City. We did it at times against Napoli. Finished really strong against Napoli when Carvalho and stuff came on midweek. But it's just it's weird. It's a weird one. We literally didn't know how to play football in the second half. For about 20 minutes in that second half. When Kane scored, there was so much time left. Oh, man, here we go. Here's the 2-2 written all over it. You know what I mean? But we held in. We dug in, and a bit of luck as well, you have to say. Spurs probably said he should have got the draw, but, I think it's time to try from kick-off. Trent is the more advanced position. Klopp has done it in some games late on, so please try it once, says Salvatore. I'm sure Klopp's listening. I'm sure Klopp is listening, but... Look, I'd say Klopp overall will be happy because it's a away win. It's 3 points, a huge 3 points with other teams dropping points today and over the weekend. So that's big. We've only got 1 more league game left. Try, get the win there. I am buzzing. Salah was quality. Absolutely was, my friend. Quality. 2 quality goals. It's a crime to keep Trent playing fullback, says Coffee Addict. Good win, not a great win, says Carl. That's basically exactly what it is. Good win, not a great win. But it's a win. It's 3 points. It's away from home. It's a first Premier League away win. I think Salah's first brace, 2 goals since April, something like that in the league. In the league, of course. Nice, just keep the goals ticking over for Salah. Keep them ticking over for him. We play Derby midweek in the League Cup, so I'd rest Salah, have him on the bench or whatever, and then Obviously, Southampton at the weekend at Anfield. We just get the 3 point, get the bleeding job done there, for God's sake. It'd be so typical Liverpool. I mean, they beat Spurs away and then beat Napoli and then go to fucking go play Anfield, Southampton and draw or something or lose. Even. You know, that'd be so much of a season. But I just think to get in at the weekend with another 3 points against Southampton would be huge. I think you can just go away at the season then and go, right, well, we can get back into this top 4 race and maybe sign someone in January. And that's a big maybe. Maybe sign somebody in January, whether that happens or not. But I'm hoping at least one player comes in, maybe a midfielder attacking or a centre defensive midfielder maybe as well. Two midfielders. But we need some. It just gives you that impetus when you sign somebody in January as well, you know. Jan Toy, the question is, will we spend in January? I'm not sure, says Salvatore. I was surprised how bad Spurs were. We ripped them apart in the first half. Liverpool had me worried last 15, but we got the win. We were all worried last 15, 20 minutes, for fuck's sake. Once Kane pulled that goal back, we were all worried, absolutely. And rightly so. We looked nervous. We really did look nervous. But I mean, and that goes through the team. You know, one or two players look nervous. It just trickles like a crescendo through the team. You're away from home. The crowd are up there saying, we can get something out of this. They're you know, they can smell blood, basically. But we held out, and I think it was huge. Thiago should have been wiped off. Yeah, he was poor second half. He's decent first half, of course. I think we should play 3 in the middle. 3, okay, maybe. But yeah, some of the substitutions, they made... Henderson didn't really do anything when he came in. Him and Fabinho were a yard off, says Trent. They were a yard off. At least 1 yard off. Maybe 2 yards off. Klopp did the master subs, going 5 at the back. We have never done that before. Look, I think we just wanted to get the fucking shit. We wanted the 3 points there so badly. We wanted. I didn't see Klopp after the game. Don't know what he said or his conference after the game, but I'm sure it was a phew, that one's over type of thing, you know. We showed signs of our Liverpool managing the game and winning. We did, but I would have liked it a little bit more management second half. You know what I mean? A little bit more. It was a bit heart in your mouth stuff, to be honest. Too much heart in your mouth stuff for me. 100% need some legs in midfield as soon as possible. Absolutely. Let's hope it comes. Those legs come in January, and FSG take out their checkbook in January, and we can get a few players. Let's hope that happens, guys. But the big thing, of course, is we got the 3 points. Huge 3 points away at Spurs. First away win. Salah with the brace. What unbelievable 2 goals. My take, we've beaten best sides in Europe. We've beaten a top 4 team. Doesn't matter how we did it. We did it. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Klopp going to bed tonight won't be worried how he did it. He will be a little worried about the drop-off second half. You'd have to be as a manager. You'd have to be as a player. Because it would have been a better team, or, you know, Son or something would have been playing for them. They missed Son big time today. Would have been a different scoreline, but you'll take 2-1 away. I against anybody. I would have took 2-1 away to Forest, never mind Spurs. You know what I mean? So we just have to get going. We have to take something from this. Carl Erasure, how are you, Carl? Trent looks frustrated since Ramsey came, but he should be calm. First away win. Congrats to all Liverpool fans. Congratulations to Liverpool Football Club, of course. And to Mo Salah, the man of the match, the king of Egypt, with that brace, that lovely brace in the first half. To be honest, we had a few moments at 2-0 where we should have been more clinical. Yeah, 3-0 kills it really, doesn't it? 3-0 kills it. Tottenham did not worry me until Kula and Mora came on, just because they had no Son. That was a massive boost for us before the game. Yeah, it was huge. That's what I'm saying. When I seen Son wasn't even on the bench, I was, wow, that's a big. Son is the boy that makes them tick, I think. I mean, Kane's the danger man. He scored today, but Son and Kane is just, it's a different scenario, you know what I mean? So when Son wasn't there, it was huge, absolutely huge. Hope easy draw in the 16. Porto or Benfica. Yeah, the draw I think is tomorrow 11 o'clock. 11 a.m. tomorrow. We'll keep an eye on that. As soon as we know, I'll be doing a quick video anyway. An instant reaction on the last 16 draw. We can get one of Bayern Munich, which of course is Sadio Mane's team. One of champions, Real Madrid. Benfica, Darwin Nunez's team, and our favourite club that we always play, FC Porto. So it's sort of a 50-50 chance of the 2 Portuguese sides, the German and the Spanish side. I don't want Madrid at this stage. You just don't. They're on fire at the moment. They're playing well. Don't want Madrid. Okay, you could get revenge. We'll be a different team in February and stuff. But no, I have a feeling we're going to get Bayern Munich. I've been saying it all week. Sadio Mane's Bayern Munich, but I would love a Benfica or I would love a Porto. But It's in the lap of the gods. I thought PSG was in there too. No, PSG finished second. Benfica won the group in the last. They scored a goal. They won 6-1 away. They had to win by 5 clear goals, and they won 6-1 at Maccabi Haifa, deep in injury time. That gave them the group, and PSG finished second. So we didn't have we could have had PSG in there, and we don't. We've Benfica. So that was a decent result for us. Benfica would be good for us too. They're on fire at the moment, Benfica. I wouldn't underestimate them, but obviously Bayern Munich and Real Madrid would be much harder than Benfica and Porto. Yeah, absolutely. I disagree with you. We should rest a few. We started best. We had started our best 11 game. Then big break. We come back 3 games unbeaten. I don't know what you mean, buddy. We've a midweek game Wednesday in the League Cup against Derby County. We can rest 2 or 3 players there. Why would you? I suppose we only have 2 games left. But you don't want any injuries for the. I want a stronger team out for that Southampton game at the weekend. Darwin Nunez showed some good signs. We have to give him time. People were comparing him to Haaland. I did not. Haaland has proven himself in Europe. Nunez has not. No, but I think he will. I think he will. We'll get Porto away, says Salvatore. Thanks, Dave. Since I quit that ghoulish platform, Twitter, I've lost touch with a bit of the footy news. Didn't know Naby was back injured. He is back injured. Jesus Christ, Naby is back injured. Oh, he's just coming back in training, and he got injured again. I mean, we seriously have to look at Naby Keita. The other question is, who's going to buy him? He's so injury prone. He's on big wages. Who'd buy Naby Keita? I was thinking he might have been involved maybe in a swap deal in January, but he's never around. He's never there. Nunez is a few sessions behind Haaland, like 3 years. Sell Naby, says Jan, but who'd buy him, Jan? Who would buy Naby Keita when he has so many injury issues? That's the big issue. That's the big issue. Hi, Dave. I strongly feel this week our season finally switched on now. I hope you're right, bro. Absolutely. We were lucky a bit, you might say, in the last 20 there. We were hanging on. We were all over the shop. But we got it done. If it would have been maybe 2-3 weeks ago, we would have drawn or lost that game. There's a bit of mentality in there. But second half drop-off was a worry, to be fair. No control. First half was beautiful. It was textbook. It was nice. Had everything. 2 beautiful goals. The defending was very good. Midfield was good. Then second half, what happened, guys? Keita back to Leipzig. Would they take him back, though? Only a Liverpool player can get injured while injured. Yeah. Oh, my God. Serie A want him, though. Just loan him out. Contract is up in June. Yeah, that's true. He'll leave on a free, probably. He was big money. He was 56, 57 million when we bought him from Leipzig at the time. Huge money. Huge money at the time, and it just never worked out, did he? I mean, he's a handful of games where he's played brilliant. And when he played brilliant, he was brilliant. Got a few goals. But just the injuries have blighted him. Killed him. Ravaged his career. I think he needs to get out of Liverpool and play football. As you say, he probably will go on a free. Unless someone comes in from in January if he's not injured. If he's not injured or is involved in some sort of a swap type deal, you know what I think? Maybe with a Jude Bellingham or something. Lockdown. I mean, it's just... Look, we're slagging it, we're laughing about it, but it's sad because there was a player in there that really was a top-class player in there. He had everything, box-to-box, energy, could score goals, make goals. Like an absolute, on his day. It was wow. But I don't get it. Just sell Keita, he's so injury-prone, no one would want him like... He got injured. No one would want him. 2020 Keita was next level. Yes, he was. I'm not sure, Dave, if he had his nose pushed out of joint by getting left out in the Champions League final, not finalising his contract, etc. I don't know. Maybe something went on in the background. That's the conspiracy theory, but we probably never find out until there's a new book coming out. Serie A want him to clean the what? Clean the bogs around the country. Guys, look. As I say, Salah with the brace. He was my man of the match just for that first half showing. I mean, second half was just a bit of a shit show, to be fair. We just didn't turn up second half, but we got the job done. We got the most important thing, which was to win. And to win away in the league is not easy, especially at Spurs, is not easy. They don't lose a huge amount of games at home. So that was a big win, although they did lose the last game. I think Newcastle beat them 2-1, wasn't it? So Spurs on a little bit of a downward slide. Chelsea on a bit of a downward slide. United losing 3-1, so it was huge. Excuse-moi. It was huge today, because I mean, you've Spurs, Chelsea, and United who are all in around that top four. The only blot in the copybook, of course, was Newcastle winning 4-1 away at Southampton, who are our next team. Go get it, Dave. I think Spurs deserve the draw, but fuck them, says Tommy. Well, second half shown it could be easily been 2-2, couldn't it? But I'll take it. I'll take it all day. Get in, Dave. What a win. Cup Council, Connor. How are you, Connor? Hopefully you're well. Another great LFC channel, the Cup Council. Yeah, look, a win's a win. It was a great win. I'll take it all day long. I'll take any type of win like that. We needed just to get over the line, get our first away win, break that hoodoo, the away result. People kept on talking about, you haven't won away, you haven't done this. But it could have easily been 2-2, couldn't it? I think what made this win special is that if it was Liverpool we have been recently, I thought we would have conceded, but Liverpool proven me wrong. Yeah, I think if it would have been the Liverpool of 3 weeks ago, we probably would have drawn or lost the game. But there was a bit of steel there. There was a bit of steel, a bit of luck as well. Obviously, you need a bit of luck in football. But we got that bit of luck and a bit of steel today, and I think that was the important thing, for Liverpool today. But as you say, if you have a guy like Mo Salah on the pitch, Kula is vital for Tottenham. Fine margins, absolutely was fine margins. Was fine margins the last 20 minutes. Kanate coming in was the difference. Yeah, Kanate, again, the beast, the French beast. What a guy, big fella. He was very good today as well. It wasn't great, outstanding performances. I mean, Salah was with the 2 goals. Darwin was very good, especially first half. Alisson was brilliant. Kanate. But the rest were just, going through the motions. First half, it was brilliant. As a performance-wise, it was absolutely brilliant first half. Second half, what happened? Just took the foot off the pedal. Maybe they thought the game in the bag. I don't know. But you'll always find out when you're 2-0 up. 2-0 is a weird, scoreline when you're waiting home. They get a goal back. They're back in it straight away, 2-1. Kane gets that goal. They're back in it. And but they just couldn't find the finish, could they, in the last 20. So Kane got a free kick for the goal, but I think Kanate is switched on and aggressive. Gomez coasts a bit. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, no, it'd be Kanate. I love Matt to be back after Christmas as well. So I think Spurs would have won if they'd got the equaliser, because we looked very shaky. But we got the 3 points, and yeah, absolutely, we got the 3 points, and we were lucky. If they would have got an equaliser even with 5 minutes to go, if it would have went 2-2, late in the 80s, we would have been in trouble. What a crazy game for Ramsey, for the villains today. 1 assist, 1 goal, and 1 striker. Yeah, absolutely. Great win for Aston Villa today. 3-1 away to United. I couldn't believe it when I seen it. They were 2-0 down, United, weren't they? After only a few minutes, and then 3-1. Looked better today, says Ravi. Well, the last 20 we were all over the shop, but I suppose you expect nerves because we haven't been confident enough. Kane goal was inevitable. Kanate got as close as he could. Look, Kane is dangerous. Kane is dangerous. I keep hearing Ramsey to us in the summer. His price would just be going up and up and up and up. I mean, he is a good player, very good player, but we shall see. Let's see. It's going to be a big window in January. It's going to be a big window next summer, isn't it? But we've got to be in the Champions League. We've got to be top 4. We've got to be in the Champions League. It makes it easier to sign players. If you're in the Champions League, it just makes it so much easier to sign players and get players in. They want to play Champions League. They do not want to play Europa League. Lorente to Liverpool, says Jan. But there'll be loads of rumours. I mean, Declan Rice one seems to be gathering pace. The Jude Bellingham one seems... I seen something yesterday saying that Jude Bellingham was almost nailed on. But I mean, I've been hearing that for about 12 months. You know what I mean? There was another one about Conrad Lamar going for a free or a small fee. I think he's out of contract next year. Maybe a swap with Naby, but Naby's injured again. So, I mean, there you go. Naby is injured again, which is just absolutely crazy. Naby Keita, I mean, his career's just been blighted. He has to move on. Whenever he's fit again, he's on a free next year. But even on a free, I mean, he's got to demand big wages wherever he goes. And will he be fit for those big wages unless you pay as you play? He'd be a poor man if he paid as you play, because he didn't play enough for Liverpool. Just sadly did not play enough games for Liverpool. Oxlade-Chamberlain too, you might say. At the start of it, he looked really good. He was on the bench today, of course, Ox, but Injuries again, blighted those two, like really good players, good professional players, really good. Had a bit of X factor, but injuries. Uh, Loriente was mentioned in summer. He's another Spanish diver, got an attitude. No, he's moaning, but a great player. We don't like moaners and we don't like divers, do we? We don't like divers. We don't hand out Olympic medals. Loriente, yeah. I don't know. Don't know much about him, to be fair. I don't get how people say we miss Mane when he was finished for us. Well, Mane wanted to leave. This time last year, Mane told the Liverpool board and Klopp he wanted to leave in summer. He gave them good 6 months so he could get someone in January, who he did, Luis Diaz, and then we got Nunez in the summer when Mane eventually went. So he gave us the chance. If a player turns around and goes, I wanna, he's been brilliant for you, absolutely did everything for you, and wants to leave, you've got to let him go. You've got to let him go. By the way, who are you supporting at the World Cup? I will look at the World Cup, of course, absolutely. It's in Qatar. I still say it's crazy to have a World Cup in November. For me, it's always the summer, but now you couldn't play it there in the summer because the heat would be ridiculous. Well, I'll be watching all the normal sides, England, Wales, Holland. I'd like watching the Dutch with VVD and people there. I'm supporting Italy, says Salvatore. Yeah, as it goes longer into the tournament, yeah, there's always an underdog. There's always a team that you don't expect to win or expect to do stuff that just comes out of the blue and does stuff. So it's going to be interesting. I am supporting Argentina. Yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, well, my team, Ireland, aren't in it anyway. They're probably a while away from getting into any World Cup. So you've England and Wales there. We nice to see how the Welsh do. England should get out of the group. What have they got? Iraq or Iran, America, the USA, Iran, and I forget the other team, but they should be coming out of that group. We didn't qualify. Yeah, you didn't qualify, we didn't qualify. Soon it will be players' markets during the World Cup. Morocco have very good players, says Carl. Yeah, Morocco, Algeria, all those teams, North African teams. Naby would owe Liverpool money if he was pay as you play, says Tommy Walker. Oh my God. Yeah, poor Naby. The poor Naby injury jokes are just starting to come in now. But look, I feel sorry for him, to be fair. I mean, there was a player there. There really was a player there, Naby Keita. But just to have so many injuries and come back, think you're ready to roll and get injured again is just, I don't know if it's luck or what it is. I support France, top five, Germany, Argentina, France, Holland and Spain. Wales, I'll be looking at Wales as well, see how Wales can do. They're playing Wales. Wales are in England, isn't it? Wales are in England squad, is it? Wales, England, Iran, and the States, US. The US aren't bad. And Iran will give you a game as well. So that's not as good. England should come out of it, but I think Wales have a chance there as well. Wales have definitely got a chance in that group. But back to the day, guys. I mean, as it was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It was a game of two halves, as the famous saying, game of two halves. First half, Liverpool were brilliant. 2 great goals from Salah. Looked great. They had 1 or 2 half chances. They hit the post first half, but didn't really have much more than that. Didn't really do anything more than that, especially in the first half. Second half, Liverpool just dropped levels. Spurs sniffed something, knew something was in the air. The crowd got up, and when Kane equalised, when Kane got that 2-1 goal on 70, the last 20-25 were heart attack city, basically. So, but we ultimately got there. We ultimately got the 3 points, which is the most important thing for Liverpool. As we say, with Chelsea dropping points today, Arsenal beating them 1-0 was a big win for Arsenal, of course. Back to the top, big win for them. United losing 3-1 at Villa. That was a bit of a surprise for me. 3-1 at Aston Villa. So the big results for us today. Any decent player who had good World Cup, their prices will go mad and Yanks won't break the bank. I've always said Klopp will. Yeah, look. Yeah, I mean, if you have a good World Cup, your price probably doubles in January. It's hard to get players in January. This is the problem. You're looking at teams to get it off teams that are in the Champions League. The level we be looking at will be that level. They're not going to sell you, their best player or the second best player, and there's still half of the season to go. A truncated season with the crazy World Cup thrown in the middle of it. You know what I mean? So it's going to be really, really interesting. It's going to be super interesting to see, what happens after the World Cup. With all the teams that were flying before the World Cup come back with players injured and stuff, are tired from the World Cup. Will they, when they come back to the teams in the end of after Christmas, will they be, like Jota, Diaz, you could say are injured, but will be getting a rest now? I know Diaz wouldn't have been going with Colombia, but Jota would have been going with Portugal. We still have a few players going away, but not as many as other teams. And when they all come back, will they be ready to roll? In the news, Tuchel to LFC, Klopp to Barca. No, I want Klopp to stay at Liverpool. Basically, it's Klopp in for me, baby. Klopp, Klopp, Klopp. Klopp's the only one who can turn it around. And we're starting to see little embers of light of turning it around. Of course, we beat Napoli midweek, who hadn't been beaten in a long time. We beat them, and big win today for the Reds. Big, big win. You can sign players in January, mate, but the owners have got to be proactive. We only get Diaz last January because Spurs had a bid accepted. Yeah, there was some issue there with Spurs come in that week, and Liverpool, obviously the agent must have rang Liverpool and said, listen, Spurs are after putting a bid in for him, and he's be happy enough to go there, but he'd rather go to Liverpool if you put in a counter bid. And within a few minutes, Liverpool put the counter bid and flew over. I think it was, Julian Ward flew over. And we got it done, and so happy we did get it done. We really miss him, and we miss Jonathan. I'd say we would have got better results at Leeds, or at the Leeds game and the Forest game. If we had Jota and Diaz, no matter how bad we've been, you even have those boys on the bench, they'll change the game for you. They'll change the game for you. We should have gazumped United on Ajax, lad. He reminds me of Rick Carlson, but quality. I presume you mean Anthony, is that who you mean? That was a big setback for United today, though. Wasn't it 3-1 at Villa? I mean, a big bounce for Unai Emery, his first game for Aston Villa, but that was a big win. I think it's the first win, the first time Aston Villa, because United, a great record there, have beaten United since 1995 is the last time Everton won the FA Cup or won any trophy. 95, I think, was the last time Villa beat United in the league at Villa Park. I mean, that's some record, Shattered today, thankfully, by Villa. Now, Chelsea-Arsenal was a derby, 1 goal in it. But a big win for Arsenal. That was a big win. I don't know what Chelsea are going to see either. Hot and cold. They'll buy big in January as well. Unai Emery magic versus United again. Yes, he did it for Villarreal, didn't he? It was Europa League final a few seasons back. Great to see. It's always great to see United losing, isn't it? Get them back down on their pedestal. They were shouting from the, they'll be in the top 4 race. Look, there's going to be us in the top 4 race. If we can keep it going now, big game against Southampton the weekend. We need the 3 points there, big time. If Southampton the weekend, we come back after the World Cup, we go straight into it on Boxing Day, straight after Christmas Day. Unai Emery's Aston Villa away, that is going to be tough. Then it's Leicester City, I think, in Anfield, and then away at Brentford on the 2nd of January, and then you're into the window, you're into a new year and everything. So anything can happen from there, and let's see what happens from there. Because were you happy with the first half? Absolutely was. Salah in particular with the 2 goals. My man of the match, Mo Salah. But the second half was tiredness or something, or I don't know whether it was too confident, maybe. I don't know. Southampton 1, Liverpool 3. Early prediction since Jan. We're at home in Jan, by the way. It's at Anfield. But yeah, I take 1-0 now. Any type of win, it's about getting the 3 points there and finishing before the World Cup window just comes down. So important to get the 3 points against Southampton. We've had such 2 terrible losses. Away to Forest, at home, that last minute goal with Somerville, against us. That almost killed us. We've had some sort of a reaction with the 2-0 win against Napoli, and of course the 2-1 win today, first away win against Spurs. But we need to keep it going. We'll mix it up midweek for the League Cup against Derby on Wednesday night. I'm sure we will. But we'll put out a decent side. Should be too good for Derby. And then the weekend, it's Liverpool, Southampton. We've got to get the 3 points. Or this win today goes out the window, basically. I can see Arsenal doing tail to tail. Well, maybe. City failed. Beating Chelsea away means they're now. That was a big win. That was a big statement from Arsenal today. Let's say that. To beat Chelsea away, even though Chelsea are up and down or whatever, big derby game, they don't win there that often. To go there and win, keep a clean sheet is absolutely huge. Chelsea are poor, yes, they will spend big in January though, that's the only other issue. But it's good for us that they're poor at the moment. I'm hoping United can drop points as well. If Chelsea and United keep dropping points, it gives us a chance. We've got to stay on the coattails of Newcastle United now. They had a great 4-1 away win at Southampton today. They just seem to be crashing the top 4, top 6 party, don't they? It'll be called the top 7 soon when Newcastle, because we all know they have money, of course, and they'll probably buy 1 or 2. They can sense Champions League football. They will definitely spend in January. Potter to be sacked by Christmas. Well, wow. Says Andrew Ward. Andrew, how are you? Hit the like, hit the share, guys. Let's get it up to 30 likes. Saliba was class today, says LFC. CJ1. Yeah, he got the goal, didn't he, Saliba? Chelsea to go to get to beat Chelsea to get beat by Newcastle. Well, I mean, Newcastle can beat it. We got a late Carvalho injury time winner against Newcastle. We were lucky that day. I mean, they'd one or two chances in that game at 1-1. They could have took the lead in that game. They were freaked. That was a big win for us, but we weren't great in that game either. This is the weird thing about Liverpool. You don't know what team is going to turn up. Is it going to be that first half team when you're 2-0 up coasting against United or against Spurs today? Or is it going to be that second half where you're lethargic, you're making mistakes, you're just not quite gelling? So it's that game today basically was the whole personification of Liverpool's season so far. That was our season so far. Are we improving? Look, I'll talk to you after Christmas. We've a World Cup now. If we can get the 3 points against Southampton, it would be absolutely huge. If we can get 3 points the weekend, it would be absolutely huge. We've got to be beating Southampton. Okay, League Cup midweek, yeah, but we got to be beating Southampton. Newcastle draw with City, a game they should have won. There you go. Newcastle were brilliant in that game, absolutely. Arsenal remind me of us in 2013-14. Got off to a flyer and got the momentum. They got to keep it going, though, don't they? City won't go away. City will not go away with Haaland there and stuff. I still think Man City will win it. But Arsenal are doing better than I thought they would. They'll run them close. They'll definitely run them close. But I think City might just pull away in around March or April. But you never know. You never know. And it's good for football. You don't want City pulling away and winning it by 15, 20 points because then it's a farmers league and it just makes the whole league look bad. And nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. We'd like Liverpool to be there, of course. We have been in the last 2 or 3 seasons. We were the ones up City's arse, basically. But at the moment, we're not quite there, are we? Do you think Trossard from Brighton would be a good buy for us? I do. I like him. Really good. Really, really good. Would Brighton sell him? He cost big money. I mean, I think they got him cheap enough, but any Premier League player going to a Premier League club is huge money. I'd be surprised if Liverpool dip into the Premier League itself in January because they're inflated. The prices be inflated, especially after World Cup. Trent a liability. Jones and Hendo not good enough to be key players. Liverpool need 3 players, says Coffee Addict. Yeah, look, Jones has had chances for us. I mean, Henderson's, he's been brilliant for us, club captain. He's won everything with us. And yeah. But yes, the Magpies are title candidates, says Carl. I don't think they're title contenders this year. I think they'll probably get there because of the money in the backing they have. Eventually, they might get there. But this year, I don't know. But it's a strange season, isn't it? It's a really strange season. So anything's possible. But I still think City are favourites. But I just think they'll pull away. But you never know, as I say. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Arsenal could win it. You never know. I mean, if that 1-0 away win today against Chelsea was, it's your derby. It's a ground that don't really win that much, and you're going there. Big pressure after City getting that late, lucky, people might say, penalty. A dive maybe from De Bruyne yesterday. Fulham are very good yesterday. Fulham are kicking themselves, I'd say. I mean, that's a decent little side, Fulham, weren't they? They're not a bad side, Fulham. And we go back to the first game of the season where we were making mistakes and drew 2-2. That could turn out to be an okay draw, the way Fulham are playing at the moment. But look, it's going to be interesting to see. But as I say, we just got to get our jobs done now. This day next week, we'll be talking about where we are. Hopefully, we'll have another 3 points on the board after beating Southampton because that'll be huge into the next round of the League Cup or whatever. And then the draw tomorrow, guys, as well. The last 16 draw in the Champions League tomorrow at 11 a.m. I'll do a quick reaction video straight after to let you know who we get. But there's interesting ones. I might do a little prediction. I think Liverpool might get Bayern Munich. Sadio Mane's Bayern Munich tomorrow. I don't want to get Bayern Munich. I don't want to get Madrid either. I'd rather Benfica, even though they're decent, and I would rather FC Porto, who we seem to always get, and they're a good omen for us to get as well, because usually when we get them, we win the bloody there and get to the final. So we shall see there. But I just think Sadio Mane is written in the stars to come back to Anfield and play for Bayern, isn't it? It's just written in this one of these, written in the stars. I'd fancy our chances against Bayern, but we'd want to be playing a lot better than we are now. We'd want all the players back, which hopefully we will have by February when we kick a ball again in the Champions League. You'll have the likes of Diaz, Jota, Mata back, everyone back. You probably won't have Naby Keita back because he's injured again. He'd probably still be injured in February, but you know what I mean. And maybe, hopefully, dreaming FSG open the checkbook in January and get 1 or 2 new players, new impetus, new confidence. Kane has finished the top level and will win nothing, says Gary. Well, he's won nothing, has he? He's won fuck all. Kane, I mean, he had a chance to move to City. It was last year. He had a big chance to move to Man City. apparently City were in, they agreed to fee and everything, and just put last minute. No, they got Haaland, of course, and the rest is history, isn't it? But I mean, he scored goals at any club, wouldn't he? But I just don't think he's got to win out at Spurs. I mean, that's 2 league games in a row now they've lost at home. You know, they're hot and cold. 1 minute they're good. Like last 20 there, they go just some pure pressure. You're at home, you're 2-1, you're 2-0 down, game's over, you get a goal, you're back in it. You're saying, geez, we can get a draw here. Or if we equalise, we can probably win it. You know, so it just didn't do enough on the day, I think. People say he deserved the draw, but I don't know. I don't. Thanks to all. Glad at the win. Cheers, Dave. All the best for the Derby game. Carl, thank you very much. Before you go, hit that like button, bro. But thank you very much for calling in, Carl Erasure. Always putting comments in on my video channel and stuff. Much appreciated. From Germany, the LFC Worldwide family lives on, and they're absolutely everywhere. And it's always great doing instant match reactions or interviews and chats. I will be doing stuff during the World Cup. I might even cover the odd game. I will do instant reactions and keep an eye on the World Cup and keep an eye on Liverpool. I think Liverpool have 1 or 2 friendlies. I think AC Milan they play as well at the end of November. I'm not sure where it is though, but there is 1 or 2 friendlies. They've got to keep the players that don't go away fit and match fit. You know what I mean? And your mind's concentrated because it's a 5 or 6 week break in November. Panoff Scouse in. How are you, my friend? Big up, Dave. Good result. It's what we needed. Only just finished watching it. Had to watch it on record, says Panoff. I'd say the last 20 minutes you weren't happy with though. As soon as Kane scored, I mean, you were probably going to switch it off and go, uh-oh, unless you knew the scoreline before, of course. But yeah, it was a big win, Panoff. It was a huge win. We needed it. We needed to get that away. No away wins in the Premier League off our backs. We got that. You know, we've only let in 1 goal. We're getting tighter at the back. We're not letting in as many silly goals as we used to. You know, Spurs were putting a lot of pressure on the ref too. Hate the way they always moan at the refs, says Andrew. They're going to do that. I mean, Spurs were home. They'd lost 2-1. The last game against Newcastle, they were under pressure as well to get a result today. And I'm just delighted they didn't. And Liverpool got the win. And it was a big, big win for the Reds today. I'm sure Klopp wasn't happy with the second half of the last 25 minutes, but deep down, he'd be happy with the result. It's all about getting. It's not about performance. It's about results. I mean, it's even Southampton at Anfield the weekend. Just get the win. I take 1-0 right now. It's about the win. It's nothing to do with the performances for me. It's just about the results right now. Right now. When we have players back in January, maybe bring 1 or 2 in, then you could say you want a performance with the result. But right now, it's about digging out results, and we dug out the result today. Yeah, he was pissed off last 20. I might actually watch back the last 20 again, just you know, just to see some 1 or 2 silly mistakes. Defending wasn't great. Could we did something better? I'm sure Klopp will make them watch that probably tomorrow as well. That's what Klopp does. Even after win, I think they rewatch the game, you know, and point out mistakes or where we could have did better here, could have did better there. The first half was pretty good for Liverpool, so you probably won't even do much there. Or might just say, why didn't we play the second half like we did the first half? But I don't think he'd be too down beat because we won the game ultimately. If I remember last season at Spurs, we were hit with COVID. I forgot. I absolutely forgot. I forgot what the last 3 years have gone. Never mind last year. Liverpool win, United lose. Great day, says Barry Sweeney. It's always a great day when Liverpool win, United lose. Absolutely. Chelsea lost as well. I mean, it was a big day. Only Newcastle winning, big win, 4-1 away at Newcastle. But it was a big day for Liverpool. We needed that. We needed the 3 points today. Liverpool tend to lose points to smaller clubs. Don't say, yeah, well, Forest and Leeds, of course. Wow. I mean, Forest and Leeds, just how I still to this day, we had chances against Forest in the last 10 minutes as well. We should have at least got a draw out of that game. We just didn't turn up. Even the Leeds game, we'd 1 or 2 chances. Nunez had 2 great chances. When it was 1-1 to go 2-1, we didn't take them and then got the sucker punch in the last minute. That was a big, big win for Leeds United, though. It was a terrible loss for Liverpool. Our records went. Van Dijk's record went. Our home record went. All records were reset. But we got to reset them again. We've got to reset them again. Fulham and Brighton too. Yeah, well, the Brighton one, we, losing to come back, be winning 3-2, and then give that away at the end. That was big points dropped, I thought. Even though Brighton are a decent side, of course, but that was a big, big drop points at the start of the game. Fulham away. Fulham at the moment, they're flying. Fulham at the moment were very unlucky yesterday, Fulham. Very, very unlucky not to get a draw yesterday against City. I know City were down to 10 men and stuff like that. Got a penalty dive in the last minute. But I think they deserved the draw yesterday, Fulham. They deserved the draw. City just kept going, 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 and we're lucky, has to be said, to get that win yesterday against Fulham. But I'm sure Fulham were absolutely freaked to let in that late penalty, because I don't know what the young lad was doing, but I mean, De Bruyne really did make the most of it, though, didn't he? Everyone moans these days at refs. Refs actually helped us, because some of the refs would have given a penalty. Yeah, we got away with one today. I don't know what Trent was doing with the push in the back, though. Do you guys? Can anybody tell me in the comments what Trent was doing, what he was thinking? We always see players shepherd players out. Like, he's going nowhere. Imagine giving away a penalty there. Imagine giving the penalty, or a ref gives the penalty. I've seen them given, and it was a push. The man did make a lot of it, but still, why are you doing it? Why are you giving the referee or the VAR an option to look at it when? Why? Why did they do it? Silly, silly, silly. Some one or two things Trent did again today really annoyed me. Defense-wise, now some of the balls he was playing over the top, and one or two cross balls, the pitch were absolutely brilliant. But it was his defending that was the problem. That seems to be at the moment. City always gifted by set pieces. It was a lovely goal though. Yeah. Look, I don't care. City, City can go on. They probably won the league or whatever. But for us, it's more important just to get wins, just to get not even performances, just to get wins. I mean, you keep getting wins, your performance will come, your confidence level goes up. You'll step out on the pitch every day and say, we're going to win this game. I wasn't super confident today. I have to say it was a strong team. We went out with a little surprised Henderson didn't start. I mean, he was okay first half, but second half dropped off. But I thought it would have been a draw. I said 1-1. I thought it would have been 1-1, but I'd take 2-1 all day long. 2-1 is huge. It's absolutely huge for us, and I'm delighted. Absolutely delighted. I wonder what would make Klopp not pink Trent, given all the mistakes he did. Well, I think he's going to play him now. I mean, he's only got 2 games. He's only got the League Cup midweek and Southampton game. Then he goes off with England, if England pick him to the World Cup. So, I mean, hit the like, hit the share, guys. Not really sure what goes on with Trent these days. His pan off. Neither am I. I'm sure Klopp is as well. He's probably scratching his head. What defensively? I just look. If you're a right back or full back, ultimately your job is to defend. Ultimately, like, you have to defend. Now his job is like a winger, and Robertson up and down the wing. That's his job. Up and down that wing. Try to get the balls into Nunez and Salah and Bobby and stuff like that. But your first thing is to defend. Your first job is to defend as a fullback. And at the moment, Trent is not doing that. And that's why a lot of people think he should maybe move up into midfield, right side of midfield, which he probably eventually will. I just don't think we have young Calvin Ramsey, who was on the bench today, isn't quite ready to step in. I think that's the only issue. I'd like to see Ramsey play midweek against Derby County. I'd like to start midweek. I really would mix it up. I'd have Gomez in there. I'd have Phillips in there, maybe with Gomez. I'd have Simicas on the other side. I'd have Kelleher in goal. Mix it up totally in the midfield. Give Jones a start. Young Carvalho, give him a game. Maybe even bring up one or two of the young lads from Beaticic as well. But even Ben Doak, who's banging in the goals for the under-21s at the moment, maybe even have him on the bench. Maybe start him against Derby. I don't know. Definitely have him on the bench. Give him a taste of it midweek, and then go again for the big one next week against Southampton on Anfield, which is another must-win for Liverpool. It's a must-win 3-pointer. We've got to be coming away next weekend with 3 points. I agree with that, Dave, says Panoff. Yeah, I'd mix it up. Absolutely. Kanate bailed Trent out and a couple of others today. Kanate was absolutely brilliant. I mean, he ran Salah close, but I just have to give it to Mo, because, I mean, Salah got the 2 goals and won us the game ultimately. That first half showed me he was back to his best, wasn't he? But it just shows, he only really had those 2 chances. And bang, bang, 2 goals. Bang, bang, thank you, ma'am. 2 beautiful finishes. By Mo Salah, the king of Egypt. But as I say, instant match reaction. Nearly an hour in here already talking about it. But you can talk when you win. You can talk forever. When you get 3 points, it's easier to do it than it is drawing or losing, because it's a hard instant match reaction. I've had too many of them this season, and I'm hoping they stop when you're coming in saying we lose to Forest, or we lose last minute goal to Leeds or stuff like that. And I don't want to be doing too many more of them. So that's why instant match reactions, when you win the game 2-1 away from home, first away win the Premier League, it is so much easier to do. I'm not having any excuses. He's young and will get better. He's experienced now. It's because he hasn't learned growing up. You defend, touch tight, and stay on your feet. He's not that young though, is he? I mean, what age is Trent? He's not that bloody young. But he's won everything, and he's young enough, I suppose. 23, is he? 23, 24. Won everything, basically. We all love Trent still, but just got to get his act together with the defending. And that's what it should be his number one job now. Just defend. Defend. Do all the lovely stuff, yeah, when it's time to do it. And we're 4 or 5-0 up. But defending is the number one. If Trent plays for England, every team will exploit him down the rights as coffee. Addict. Possibly. Possibly. Now, we know Southgate has an issue with him, so whether he even goes, I mean, I'll be selfish and say I'd rather less Liverpool players go away to the World Cup, the better for us. But for them, you want to play in the World Cup, don't you? You want to play for your country. You want to play in the World Cup. Let's be real, guys. That's one of the ultimates. The ultimates in football is the World Cup. Calvin Ramsey needs more time in the cups. Jan, I think you play midweek Wednesday night at Anfield, Derby County. Come to Anfield in the League Cup, which we hold. That and the FA Cup. So we'll have to put a show in, but I'd start them on Wednesday. I really would. As I nearly gave you the team there. I'd start all the other lads that haven't really kicked the ball. Give them a game. Freshen them up. You can have 1 or 2 big names on the bench if you really need them, or you run into trouble against Derby County, I suppose. But other than that, I'd be definitely mixing it up Wednesday and then going full strength, ready to roll. Go for those 3 points against Southampton at the weekend, because just to finish it with 3 points would be really good. It'd be a good finish to a really poor first third of the season, which has been hot and cold, to say the least. Really hot and cold. Not good enough. Really not good. I'm sure we all know about it. The fans know about it. But we're just not there. We're still not there. I still think we're not there. We're not the finished article yet. We're getting better. We're doing things better. But we're just not the finished article yet. And I'm hoping it comes soon. And after the World Cup, obviously, it'll be full throttle. It'll be full throttle into games, and you'll have the Champions League back. You'll have the FA Cup in January, League Cup. You'll have Champions League in February, and it'll be full throttle to try and get that top 4 spot, which we need for the club. But the fan base needs it. We deserve. We don't deserve. You have to be there. Champions League basically needs Liverpool though as well, doesn't it? I mean, that's where we belong. But you've got to earn it, guys. You've got to earn it on the pitch and get those points. That's how you earn it. And today was a big one because of other teams dropping points. So it just gives you that little bounce. You know what I mean? When if you lose today and they win, it's like a 6-pointer. And you turn it the other way around. United lose, Chelsea lose. You win. You've gained 3 points on them straight away. Straight away. I mean, we've gained, is it Chelsea as well? I mean, they're just so hot and cold. I mean, just Spurs after losing two games in a row. We've gained on them as well. They lost to Newcastle last week and then Liverpool today. Should try out Trent midfield midweek. Nothing to lose, Barry. Very good comment. Yeah, maybe play Trent in midfield midweek. Trent will come off the bench for the World Cup. I would rather have Tsimikas over Trent, says Coffee Addict. Well, they play on the different sides, but Tsimikas can play right back. Even though we know he is a left back, he can play right back. But would Klopp do that? I don't know. There's 1 or 2 games he should have did it, but didn't do it. So maybe we buy another bleeding right back in the summer or in the January. Who knows? But I think Ramsey, if he gets up to speed, get him playing midweek, he looks really exciting. He's just not ready yet. He's only 19. He's only a young lad, or is he 20? Was he 19 or 20? He was just recently, but he's still only a very, very young lad, but really top prospect, a huge prospect. Young Calvin Ramsey is, and I for one, I'm really excited about him, as I am with young Fabio Carvalho and some of the other lads. Beaticic, that young Ben Doak guy, who's banging them in the under 21s, of course, as well. He looks a real fine, signed from Celtic, of course. But he looks. I'd have him on the bench, or maybe starting against Derby. I mean, what an experience for him to come out to Anfield, and play, or come off the bench at Anfield and get a goal or make a goal or whatever, just to be involved. Basically, just to be involved with the crowds and stuff. But certainly feel a lot better now, guys, after the 2 wins in a row, the Napoli midweek and the big game today. But I just think that second half performance dampened it a little bit. We were lucky, but you always expect it to be a tough game, a tight game away from home, the champ in the Premier League. Keep it going, says Ravi. Absolutely, my friend. We will keep it going. Hit that like. Let's get it to 20. What are we on? 24 likes. Let's go. Like City. But the big thing for me, guys, is we just keep going. As I say, we've 2 more games. Then there's a World Cup, 5-6 week break. And then we go straight back into it. It's bang, bang, bang. It's football, 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 football the whole way. And we're going to have games coming out our ears. Trent was only 19 or so when he took the right back spot, wasn't he? He was even younger, yeah. But Trent, I mean, look, Trent has his frailties. We know he has frailties at the back defensively. But he gives us so much. He gives us so much going forward. He really does give us so much going forward. And you can't forget that. But how he fits into the style of the play, how Klopp integrates him maybe into midfield, as a lot of people were saying, maybe will happen. I can't see it at the moment until someone like Ramsey steps up and is ready to roll in the big games. But at the moment, I think it'll be kept pretty much as is. But Konate was a big plus as well, having him back, because he's looked tight. He looked really good today, Konate. He helped us get over the line today, really did today, you know, because he was actually better than Van Dijk today. So that's saying something, isn't it? I mean, if you're saying Konate's better than Van Dijk, I mean, Matip has been better than Van Dijk when Matip was fit. I mean, I think Matip just calms Van Dijk down, and Van Dijk plays better when Matip's beside him. But Konate, definitely. He does, but his defending makes me very nervous. Yeah, he looks a bit awkward on the ball, doesn't he? And sometimes when he has the ball to clear it, he just clears it to 20 yards outside the box instead of a big hoof up the bloody, get it out. If in doubt, get it out. Trent has shown good defensive performances in the past. He seems to be distracted or sloppy at the moment, or both. Making the wrong decisions and stuff like that at the moment. And you get punished. In the Premier League, Champions League, and especially in the World Cup, you're going to get punished. You make a mistake, it's bang. And if it's in the World Cup and you lose a game, you're knocked out, it's even less forgiving. It is less forgiving with all those England fans. If Trent made a mistake in the World Cup and he was playing the big game, they got knocked out. Wow. We know what Southgate went through when he missed that penalty. We know what was it Pearce missed the penalty as well a few years back. So, no forgiveness. Tsimikas is good at playing long balls at the way better defender. He's good at the corners too. Yeah, Tsimikas is a left full really though, isn't he? I know he can play right back, but he really is a left full. I mean, if we can get Ramsey playing up to Tsimikas' level and really pushing Trent at that right back position, making Klopp make decisions, making it awkward for Klopp to pick Trent. That's what we need. We need Ramsey pushing Trent. He's been injured. He's back in the squad now. He looks fit. Hopefully he'll play midweek or get minutes at least, because he needs minutes. And with the World Cup break coming up, I think it'd be a great time to play all the young lads now, midweek against Derby County. Just dust off the cobwebs and go again. It's important we win that as well. It's just important we keep it tipping over now in the next two. Get 2 wins, both at Anfield, Derby, Southampton. Get the 2 wins, and you break for the World Cup then in a lot better place, more confident. Players are coming back. You hopefully think players are coming in January. We shall see on that one. Who knows? But you feel confident. You feel much better, and you feel ready to rock and roll. And the club, it's all about confidence. That's what it's about. It's about confidence, guys. Confidence breeds wins. Wins breeds confidence. And that's what happens when you're playing. Confidence. And you get wins, you score goals. I mean, Salah looked confident first half there today, didn't he? Nunez was up for it as well. Really good start we had today, and I think that was important. No sloppy, didn't give away sloppy goals, didn't even give away sloppy chances. They had that chance, of course, for Perisic. I don't know what he was trying to do when he hit the post. And they'd 1 or 2 other half chances in the first half. But basically, the first half was very, very good. And it was the basis for the win. The 2 goals was enough in the end. I know it was tight and it was sloppy at the end, but the 2 goals were enough in the end to get us over the line, and we got over the line. Mo Salah, the king of Egypt, with the brace in the first half. Kane with the goal second half. So we won the first half, they won the second half. Could they have got a draw? Possibly. Should they have got a draw? Maybe. Did they deserve a draw? I think game of 2 halves. We did enough in the first half to win that game. Spurs didn't do enough in the second half to win it, even to draw the game. So I think we just about deserved it. Trent's a lost cause. Not surprised if he's the reason why Liverpool won't qualify for Champions League. Wow. I wouldn't say a lost cause now. I definitely wouldn't say he's a lost cause. He certainly has to defensively get better and stuff like that. He's an intelligent young lad. Hopefully he can learn, and Klopp's telling him he's at the best club and the best manager to learn. So get learning, Trent, with your defensive and capabilities, and just we know how good he is going forward. Maybe he will transition into midfield into the right side of that midfield. Maybe that was the plan all along. I don't know. But until Calvin Ramsey can step up and be more regular, similar to a Symbicus Robertson situation, we won't know. We won't know. But it's going to be an interesting few weeks with the World Cup and stuff like that, isn't it? It's going to be really, really interesting. Who do you think is going to win the World Cup? I think Brazil probably. It'd be hard to beat Brazil. There's so much talent, don't they? Okay, Argentina, Messi and stuff. They have a few good players as well, but I still think Brazil are the team to beat. There's always dark horses. I mean, you France and Holland, I wouldn't call them dark horses, but there's always a dark horse in the World Cup that either gets to a semi or a quarter final that you didn't think would. But you never know. As I say, I do love the World Cup. It's pity it's on in November. I mean, the World Cup should really be in the summer. Hot summer days, kicking the ball around in the park instead of cold winter nights, dark cold winter nights, kicking the ball around in the wet, slippy, icy ground. It just doesn't sound right. And I'm going to miss football. We're going to miss Liverpool, of course. But at least there will be some football on the telly and big games, big games. I just hope it is a good, exciting World Cup. But tomorrow, guys, as I say, Champions League draw in the morning, 11 a.m. GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. I'll be watching it. I'll watch it on my phone. I'll do a quick reaction to it, I'm sure. Absolutely do a reaction. I predict, I've been saying it all week, I think we're going to get Bayern Munich. Sadio Mane's Bayern Munich, I think is written in the stars. Who would I like? Porto, of course. Benfica, Bayern. I don't want Madrid in that order. They're the only teams we can get, one of those four teams, because we cannot get an English team. Can't get Chelsea, can't get Spurs, can't get City, and we can't get Napoli. That's the reason we can only get these other four teams. But it's going to be interesting, guys. It's going to be really, really interesting. And I, for one, am looking forward to it. We should have players back. Hopefully, a few quid to spend in January. And we can do something in the midfield or whatever. We need a bit of cosmetic surgery in the midfield. Or two players, maybe even two. I don't know. You never know. They might surprise us. FSG might actually surprise us, guys. Who knows? It is possible, but instant match reaction. Liverpool beat Spurs by 2 goals to 1. The damage was done in the first half from a brace from the King of Egypt, Mo Salah, the absolute king. 2 great goals. Really, really good goals. Spurs pulled one back 2-1 on 70 through Kane. Huffed and puffed, but they couldn't knock the Liverpool door down. We just held on. It was scary. It was nervy. Last 15-20, of course it was, because we were in cruise control at half time. To bring it down to be that nervy and scary in the second half was a little bit worrying, but we got over the line eventually in the end, and it was a big 3 points for Liverpool. But we got to continue. League Cup midweek, get a win there, play a few younger lads, get a win, and then always on Anfield at the weekend, it's the visit of Southampton, who I think have sacked their manager today after they got hammered 4-1 by Newcastle at home. So it's going to be a really interesting week with the Champions League draw in the morning, the League Cup game as holders on Wednesday at Anfield, and then to finish it all off, there's other league games the weekend as well. Isn't there other league games? So you never know. That top 4 could look a lot better for Liverpool after this weekend. It really could. Can't wait for England v France. Brazil, France, Portugal. Not arsed. Just can't wait for it to be over. Oh, hi Dave. Liverpool gave my birthday gift with a win. Today is my birthday. Lalu Patau in the house. Happy birthday to my bro, Lalu. You don't have to say your age, my friend. Happy birthday and a big gift. 3 points from the Reds at Spurs today. And Mo Salah with the brace. Big gift on your birthday. It's always great to get a Liverpool result on your birthday, isn't it? You feel it's for you. You feel it's for you, basically. And you can say it's for you. It makes it easier going to work Monday for me, especially United losing as well. 3-1 away to Villa. That was beautiful. The good news was just coming through years, United losing, Chelsea losing. I was hoping Newcastle or Southampton were going to do something, but Newcastle battered them basically. And then Liverpool get over the line at Spurs. So it was a big weekend for Liverpool. Not interested in the World Cup when it's on, the hypocrisy of it, amount of teams in it. It's all about the money. It's all about the Wonga, my friend. Unfortunately, the way the world at the moment, human rights go out the window. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. It's all about the Wonga. Unfortunately, and it'll be a long time before it changes. Once there's money involved, that's it. You'll get corruption. You'll get all types of things when there's money involved. That's just the way of the world, isn't it? always is the way of the world. I mean, even how Qatar got it is up in the air, isn't it? It's up in the air, you know. Thank you, Dave. Liverpool's never lost on my birthday. What a 3 points. Well, there you go, Lalu. What a win for you, my friend. What a win on his birthday. Everybody, happy birthday to Lalu Patau. He's a happy man on his birthday with Liverpool winning 2-1. 2-1 away win. Our first away win. Our first Premier League away win. Yeah, it's official. He was sacked. I presume you mean the Southampton manager. Hessen Hotel, I think his name was hard to pronounce his name, was sacked. He got hammered 4-1. It was on the cards, wasn't it? It was on the cards. And now we have to face a rejuvenated, maybe managerless or even new manager, Southampton at Anfield, who'll be looking to impress the manager. It always happens, Liverpool. The next team they play is the team that just sacked their manager. I'm fucking mad. It's absolutely crazy. And they're at Anfield at the weekend. It's probably something to prove, you know. They're in trouble though. They're in big trouble, and we should be beating them. We should be beating them, and we won't be taking anything for granted. Considering we've lost the Forest and we've lost the Leeds, we cannot take anything for granted. We need to get back, get this win now. Back-to-back wins in the league would be absolutely beautiful. We got a bit of confidence out of Napoli win midweek. Napoli flying, absolutely flying. That was a big win midweek. People calling it a dead rubber, but we showed up. We went strong. We won the game, rightly so. I thought rightly so. Last 10-15, we really put the pressure on Napoli and got those 2 late goals. Got the win. Finished level with Napoli on 15 points. I mean, to not win the group on 15 is unusual. I know there's goal difference in it and head-to-head. Obviously, they beat us 4-1. It was a big comeback from Liverpool, considering we had been 4-1 down in the first game. And I remember Ajax beat Rangers 4-0, and I was worried. We just lost 4-1 away. We looked an absolute shambles. Shambles. And I was worried even getting out of the group. I was going, this Ajax team are a good side as well. It's going to be tough, you know. But to get out of that group and to win the next 5 games, and we were lucky once or twice. We got a late winner against Ajax that night, 2-1, Matt better and all. But that was big. I thought that was big. And that we can get confidence from that now, and hopefully get a good draw tomorrow in the Champions League, and just keep going. Just get 2 wins now. Keep going. Get into the next round of the League Cup on Wednesday against Derby and get the 3 points against Southampton. And it just makes everyone's head relax. Klopp can maybe go away. I'm sure there'll be players left at Liverpool training and a few friendlies and stuff like that. And hopefully they're working on a transfer fee for somebody or 2 in January and stuff. So loads of work for them still to do. And I think they're doing some hot weather, warm weather tour or something like that, because it'd be freezing. It'd be freezing in Liverpool. And the next few weeks, it could run on the run up to Christmas, but Christmas is just around the corner. It's crazy even talking about Christmas, isn't it? Halloween's just finished. We're talking about Christmas. I've even heard a Christmas ad yesterday on the telly. I was like, this, what? No, it has to be December. It's blasphemy. It has to be December. It has to be at least the 1st of December before you talk about Christmas. Has to be, guys. You know, don't talk to me about Christmas until at least December. Neville has the front to do documentary on it. Yeah, I seen something like that. He got slagged off by a load of comedians about his like double standards, you know, doing his documentary, saying it was great in Qatar and all this. Didn't mention anything about the human rights and workers that died making stadiums and the money, corruption and all that type of shit. Yeah, Beckham, I think, is in a bit of trouble himself. I think Beckham's who people doing all the ads for Qatar, and he's the one, the figurehead basically, and people are going to him, you're being paid well to do this, you know, that type of thing. And look, it's crazy. I don't think they ever should have got it, to be fair. I mean, Russia had it. Let's be real. Russia had it. So, I mean, it's just corruption. It's madness. It's absolutely madness. But it goes ahead, and I'm just hoping now, as it goes ahead, it's a good one. I'm just hoping it's a good World Cup, and there's no problems in it, and everything goes sweet and swinging, and we just get back to the Premier League after Christmas and get ready to roll. That's all I want. I want the Liverpool players coming back fit. I want the Liverpool players that do go back fit, and I want the players that are injured now fit for when we get back for that Villa game. Unai Emery's asked them to do the great win, of course, against United 3-1 today. Well, that was a big win for him. That was a big confidence. Your first game, you're at home, and you play United, and you beat them 3-1. Wow. With money, you could have Man City or PSG, and they would still lose to Liverpool. Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so. We can get a good run, get a good draw tomorrow. It always helps to get a good draw. It really does. Get a good draw tomorrow. I mean, if you can get through the last, you're into the quarters. If you get into the quarterfinals of the Champions League, you're in a state of we can win this. You know, that type of thing. Absolutely. We are doing the Champions League, says Salvatore. I hope you're absolutely right. Number 7, baby. 7th heaven, maybe. You never know. You never know. I'd like us to push up the table, though, as well, the league table. I'd like us to get back up that table and be in around the top 4 rather than having to win it to get top 4. Obviously, I want to win it. It'd be great. But because when you win it, you go straight into it type of thing. But we just got to, that second half, that last 20, 25 today, just don't know where that came from. But we've got to get that out of our system. But also you'll take from it, we didn't play well second half. We still came away with a 2-1 win. You could take that from it as well. You know, you could take that from it as well and say, right, we did our job, came away with the points, huge points. I think Son was a big miss for Spurs. I said it again, I'll keep saying it. Son was a huge miss for Spurs today. If he was on the pitch today, I think it might have been a different result. Might have been a draw or something, because he just gives them something different. You do a Champions League draw, you should. I'm in work tomorrow. I'd be in work, so I can't really do the draw live, but I'll do an instant reaction to the draw, do something definitely around it. Elliot and Darwin improving day by day, and in my heart of hearts, I know we will get top 4, says happy birthday boy, Lalu Patel. Lalu, happy birthday once again to you, my friend. Yeah, Elliot was good as well, in patches, especially in first half today. Second half, not so good. But look, Elliot's a big bonus for us, and young Carvalho as well. I want to see him doing well. Liverpool needs a Patrick Vieira caliber in midfield, says Coffee Addict. You'll pay for Patrick Vieira. There isn't many of them out there. I mean, Jude Bellingham, you could say, a Declan Rice. I mean, I'd rather Jude Bellingham even than a Declan Rice, but Declan Rice is decent as well. He'd give us something different in midfield, give us that engine. We need that engine. As you've seen, even when Henderson came on tonight, Hendo's levels are dropping. You know, he seems to be only coming on last 20 type of player now. You know, it's not getting any younger. Thiago was poor second half, kept giving the ball away. I don't know what happened to Thiago. Good linking to play first half, second half, all over the shop. The midfield just dropped off totally in the second half. Fabinho as well. And but we came through it, guys. We got the result. We came through. We got the win. That's the most important thing. I'm gonna go now. That was the match. Instant match reaction. Happy birthday to Lalo Pato again. Fair play to you, bro, for popping in. Hit the like, hit share before you go. We'll do something for the derby game. I'll do something for tomorrow for the Champions League draw. Hopefully we get a nice, handy one. Easier one than it could be. I don't want Real Madrid. I have a feeling it's going to be Bayern Munich, but I want FC Porto, or I want Benfica, but we shall see. Big up, Dave. Great stream. Pan off. Thank you very much. As I say, guys, hit the like, hit the share. Let your friends know. Pop in. World Cup just around the corner. We've 2 games left. League Cup midweek. Mix it up. Big draw tomorrow. And get the 3 points against Southampton next weekend. But it's finished at Spurs. Spurs have been beaten with 2-1. Mo Salah, the king of Egypt, with the brace. I'll take it. Kane with the goal. They could have had something near the end. They were huffing and puffing, but they couldn't blow the Liverpool house down. We've got the 3 points. It's our first away win of the season. I'm going to take it. I'm going to relax for the night. It's a big 3 points for Liverpool. We go again. Talk soon. Stay safe. Thanks for popping in, guys. You guys make the stream.